Hey everyone, so today I am going to walk you through my wellness journal. So it is the fourth planner that I am using this year. If you've seen the previous videos, there are 3 other planner videos on my channel. So there's one for business planning, personal and home planning, and memory keeping, which is also in the planner. So this is the 4th one, which is the wellness journal. So I will get through the journal first and then kind of walk you through how I'm using it. So this is the Breathe Special Journal, and it's a 52-week undated planner. And it's important to note because you can obviously start this whenever you want. So I have some stickers up here that I am using week to week to mark off my grateful sections. This planner is made by Breathe Magazine, so they are on Instagram and Facebook as Just Breathe Magazine. I believe they are an Australian magazine, but don't quote me on that. But it's such a beautiful, beautiful planner. So I saw this online. I think someone mentioned it in a forum and I immediately fell in love with it. So then I reached out to the publisher and asked them if I could have a copy for a review, and they were so nice to send me a copy. So I'm very, very thankful. So this is the planner. I mean, I got it last year and it took so much out of me to not use it immediately, but I was already using a system and I didn't want to start up a whole new thing mid-year. So this is the 2019 and 2020 calendars, and I have these tabs up here so there's reflection, monthly, and weekly views. So you can kind of tell what these two are, but reflection. So these are weekly reflection prompts. So they give you 52 weekly prompts, and these are used in the weekly views, which you'll see in a second. So it's really nice that they give you a checklist here, so you can kind of mark them off every week when you do one. So as you can see, I've crossed off a few here. So some that I really liked, there was I felt proud when. That was a really good week when I did a bunch of really cool stuff on the website. What I want to leave behind, what did I do to go outside of my comfort zone, how do I sum up the week in a sentence, and then there's some other things that were really interesting that I really wanted to answer, but obviously there's so many prompts. And then there's a section here to add your own prompts if you feel like adding your own. So there is the 52-week plan here. So there are all these questions, and there's so many pages of questions. Okay, so there's four pages, but to me, at the beginning of the year, they always just feel so overwhelming that I kind of don't want to answer them all at once. So I kind of skipped around and answered a handful, but I did not finish this section, so I probably should at some point come back and fill it out. So I'll walk you through the questions. So what are my goals? And my goals are to work out consistently, to go out for walks, to journal daily, and to read daily. What are my dreams? What is my motivation? How do I want to feel? What or who do I need for support? How can I make a difference? What do I want to learn? What can I let go of? What new activity would I like to try? Where do I want to explore? How can I demonstrate kindness? What can I be more mindful of? And I would really like to be more mindful of how I spend my time, giving myself a break when I need it, and being nicer to myself. So just kind of moderating my own self-talk. And how can I take better care of my physical and mental health, which is kind of the theme of the entire planner at this point, and which habit would I like to work into my routine. So I'd really like to learn to just journal and to work out on days that I'm really tired or really busy. So that's always, that's the challenge this year and every year. How can I bring more positive energy into my life, and how can I reward myself, which is nice that they add this at the end, and so you can remember to reward yourself and doing the things that you really want to get done. So at the end of that, there's a dot grid page, and there's this cover page, so it's just kind of a pattern. And just so you know that this is a very sizable planner. It's about, I didn't measure it, but I think it's about 8 by 11. It is quite the journal. When you lay it out on your desk, it's bam, it's a big journal. So I will move you to the current month. So we are in March. I've been using it for the last few months. I'm starting to use it a little less lately because I feel like I've been very busy, which is exactly when I should be using this planner. So I'm really trying to get back into it, and I'm really hoping that going through it again and remembering like why I started this and how I'm using it, like how it will help me in the future. So I'm using the monthly view as a mood tracker. So as you can see, this is undated, and you just circle the month that you're currently on, and you can date the week. So it can have a Monday start or a Sunday start if that's your preference, and then number the dates obviously, and then I'm just writing down the moods. So March 1st, I was really excited because the Craftic Challenge has started, and it's very exciting to see everyone participating and having fun and talking to each other. And then on the 2nd, I was very tired but happy because I was like a little overwhelmed with, I had to like do all this prep work for the Craftic Challenge, but I was also doing a bunch of other things like for the newsletter and the website and all this other stuff. So there's a lot going on. And then the 3rd day, so apparently, yesterday I was very balanced. I did a bunch of really productive things during the day, but then in the evening, I took the evening off and just like hung out and chilled. So that was really, really nice. And then at the end, so I'm assuming this is supposed to be more like a monthly to-do list or overview, and it's so nice to have so much space. Like I love this page, but I don't use it. So if you guys know of any, if you have any ideas of how to use this for a like wellness journal, I would love to hear it. I really don't like leaving space unused, so I really want to use this journal as much as I can. So this is from the previous week. So let's move to this current week. So as you can see, this is a little empty compared to the previous week. But I will fill it out with you. So I will show you exactly how I'm using this planner. So this section, I'm calling it the intentions section. So this section is how I want to feel each day. So it's kind of like a personal mantra. So it's sort of like, okay, today, like on Monday, I really want to get stuff done, but make sure to take a tea break. So go to the local coffee shop, get some tea and read and just like hang out, but also get some stuff done. And then on Tuesday, I really, really want to get productive and like really like just drill down on like some to-do list, like, and just get stuff done because I really have like this crazy long to-do list for March. And I made a lot of progress, which is really nice. And then today I'm working on some videos and I'm going to work on the website. And I said balance because I want to feel balanced. I don't want to have these crazy like marathon days where I get 20 tasks done. Okay, 20 is a bit much, but sometimes there really are like 10 tasks that I did in a day. And then at the end of the day, I feel so accomplished, but I'm so burnt out and so exhausted that the next day is just a recovery day. So I'd much rather get like 5 things done, and then the next day I get like another 5 things done, and then just kind of keep momentum and keep a steady pace of work, as opposed to having like these, like, just basically these like highs and lows where I'm just constantly getting really productive and then really lazy and then really productive and really lazy, and it's not even lazy, it's just tired. That aside, so grateful for, I obviously haven't filled this out, but this is the grateful for section where I'm trying to do a gratitude practice. So at the end of the day, write something that I feel grateful for that day. So like the previous week, I can show you. Okay, so I didn't fill it out, so I only filled it out once, which is really sad. But I had a really nice quiet day at home, which was such a treat. Yeah, so that is kind of really nice. And then this section I am using as my me time. And generally I don't put a lot of things in here, so I just say I want to make sure that I do a face mask and make sure that I do my nails. But you know what? Since it is me time, I also want to make sure that I put in 3 workouts this week. I generally just add face mask and nails. Oh, and I did do my nails last week, but I did not do my face mask, which is not good. And I didn't do the weekly reflection. the sad thing is that in January and February, I was actually really good about keeping up with this planner every single day, or at least catching up on Sunday evening. But lately I've been so busy that I just can't seem to like get the energy back to get to this planner. So I'm really wanting to get back into this. So I'm gonna work on this today and get back into answering some weekly reflection questions. So the way I am using these boxes, so there's 6, but I'm actually using them for the week. So I am going to just, so they're obviously, these are all undated, so you have to date them, which is a little cumbersome if you have to keep doing this every single week. But since I only use it like at the week, I'm not planning ahead. I don't have to like date the whole year. I can just kind of like date the current week, and then it makes it a lot less annoying. The tracker is for reading and journaling. So great. So the weekly reflection section is going to be for the weekly prompts, as I showed you earlier. So this section here. So I should pick one of these and do it later. So let's see. I think, changes I want to make. Okay, so I'm gonna just write it down so I can remember to do this later, but I'm not going to do this on camera because I feel like they're very personal and I did not do the one from last week, so I should probably pick another one, but I think I'm just gonna let last week go and just kind of have a fresh start for this week. So this section here is I call it like a motion, kind of like a tracker. So it's more like what kind of motion did I make? So it's very simple. It's not complicated at all. So it's very much like, what did I get up to? Like, did I work out? Did I go for a walk? Did I go co-working? So sort of like what actual like movement, I guess movement is the proper word. So what movement did I make that day? So like for yesterday, like I went to the co-working, so like to and from co-working. And then on Monday, I went to and from the coffee shop. And I'll write down which coffee shop later because just for privacy reasons, I don't like writing down like specific locations on camera. And then here, so this is for all the 6 days, and then 5 days, and then I'm just including Saturday and Sunday on one box since there's so much space that you can fit 2 days in one box. And the tracker is for reading and journaling. So I am doing something, I don't know if anyone ever does this, if anyone else does this, but so for reading, I'm doing like it's diagonal line, and then for journaling, it's a diagonal line in the opposite direction. So obviously if you combine them, it's a check mark, but if you did one or the other, it's just one of those lines. So for Monday, I read, and Tuesday I read, and Wednesday I will be reading later today. But I'm hoping to journal, and if I do journal, then I can like complete the check mark. And that's the whole thing. There's nothing else to it. That's kind of like a tracker for basically all the things that I want to do that make me feel better, because I feel like when I'm reading every day, I feel so much better. When I journal, I feel good. When I get out of the house and walk around, I feel really good. When I reflect on like what I want to get done in my life, like I feel like that is helpful. The grateful thing is very new to me. I have not had a gratitude practice until this year. And I do like that it makes me think every day, like, okay, don't write the same thing down every day. So like, what am I grateful for that's different? So I do like that I can actually have this to look back on. It's kind of nice to have that daily reflection. And this I love for the morning, where it kind of makes you think like, how do I want my day to go? Like just having that kind of, I guess like mindful intention in the morning, and just think, okay, this is how I want my week to go, my day to go, and then just sort of stick to it. And that's basically it. That's the entire planner. So I just wanted to show you quickly that it does change week to week. So there is this layout here, But as you can tell from week to week, this section like changes. So you can see this is these two boxes are about the same width, and this is color, and this is blank, and this has a little pencil cup with some stuff in it. And then this changes. This one is narrower, this is wider, and there's no decoration. I don't really know why, but I guess that's the design of the planner, which I don't mind at all. And then this has the plants here and the plants here, and this does not have anything here, but it does have pencils. So I guess it alternates between stationery and plants. And I love the designs. Like, I love stationery and I love plants, so it's like the perfect decoration for me. And you don't get bored because you don't have the same thing every week, which is kind of nice because like it's a very subtle change, but it's there. So then the next week turns into this like really pretty mint green. So each month has a nice palette. So for example, like March is like this very peachy color, and then April will be this like teal minty color. I believe they do change month to month, so it's a very, very subtle change, but this is like a darker, more turquoisey color, and this is more minty green. If you can tell the difference, I salute you, because it's really hard to see. Like it took me a while to notice it myself. And then it goes back to peachy, and then this is like a darker peachy, like, which also is kind of funny. So like this month, like you can see like the month starts, and then this like a lighter and a darker peach, and then it just kind of keeps going. I believe there's a month where there is gray, or maybe I am lying. Oh no, there it is, there is gray. I remember gray. So yeah, it kind of changes between those different peachy colors, the teals, minty ones, and the gray. And yeah, it's just such a beautiful planner. Like, I love that there's so much space, and I generally don't like colorful planners, but these colors are so soft, and like just the palette that I love. Like, this makes me feel so at ease, and it's like such a perfect combination, like color palette for a wellness planner, you know? And at the end of the planner, there's a 52-week review, so you can answer these questions. Hopefully at the end of the year, I will actually answer these questions. I will read them quickly for you. So, which goals did you achieve and which eluded you? What made some possible and which areas were tricky? Did any of your dreams come true? Do you have feelings? Do your feelings not reflect what happened, what you anticipated and hoped? So it's very reflective. I don't want to bore you with all these questions because they're very long. Like, I thought they were going to be much shorter, but they're actually a couple of lines each. Yeah, so then you have more of these like really pretty illustrations of like, it's got that whole like vibe of like, you know, like your tea, your glasses. I don't wear glasses, but I love reading, so there's that. And journaling, which obviously I love, and pencils, and it's just like, seriously, as the kids say now, it's so my aesthetic. So yeah, and then there are these two dot grid pages at the end, and that's kind of the end. And then here, oh, I forgot to mention at the beginning, so on the flaps, I'll remove this sticker sheet, which is from GP Studio if you're curious, and it has a little heart and it says grateful for, and it alternates between different colors. So on the flaps, it says dates to remember. So it says date and occasion, and this is January through June, and the end is July through December. And then you've got your back page, and this is 10 pounds. So maybe it's a British planner after all and not Australian. I don't know where I thought it was Australian. I will look it up, I promise. So yeah, that's how I'm using this planner as my wellness journal for the year. And a quick review of like how the journal works, and like the whole planner, like what it looks like, and an overview. Oh, also, I just wanted to mention that the paper is actually really nice, and it's not like crazy thick, but it is a very good quality. That I'm using this, what is this one? A Stadler fine liner, and there is no ghosting, no bleed through at all. Like maybe you can see some very slight ghosting if you look hard enough, but honestly it's negligible. So I think the paper quality is really nice, and it's nice to write on. It's like nice smooth paper, so I like that they took care of that detail. And yeah, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have a health or wellness journal. I would love to see if you have a video on it, how you have it set up, because I could use all the ideas. Obviously, this is my first one, so I still am trying to figure things out, like what do I want to keep track of. The things that I'm keeping track of are things that I do really care about, but maybe there's a better way of tracking them, or maybe a less complicated way. I'm not sure. So I would love to hear your ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.